The most important emails you're going to send aren't sales emails, it's your welcome series. Your welcome series is the most important email campaign you're ever going to send. It'll get the most opens, it'll get the highest click-through rate, and it'll set the tone for what it's like to work with you. So we might as well get it right. In this video, I'm going to show you my 3-part silver platter welcome series so you have one that works and converts. Before we jump into what actually goes into email number 1, I want to talk about the mechanics of how people get here in the first place. Now, typically people join our list by downloading a lead magnet. So email 0, like the first email they're ever going to get, delivers the lead magnet. And then what I do is I wait a couple hours, and if they're new to my list, then I kick off the welcome series. So this video is not about automation and conditional tagging and things like that, but let's just assume that everybody who downloads our lead magnet is new, and they're going to get the following emails. Let's take a look at email number 1, which I call the buffet cart. The buffet cart email does a few jobs. The first is we want people to feel welcomed. And so this is very simple. You can say something like, "Hey, first name, I just saw you join my list and I'm really glad you're here," or whatever way you communicate, right? "I'm so pumped you're here. I did a backflip. I did a cartwheel. I fired off an air horn. I high-fived a stranger." You can say whatever you want, but make them feel welcomed. The second thing we're going to do is make them feel like they're not alone, because a lot of people are navigating the world with their bucket of problems and they're feeling alone. And so we say, "You're not alone anymore. You're now in my community. You've just joined a group of people just like you on the same journey, pursuing the same goal, headed towards the same destination, and I'm really glad you're here," right? So now we've got 2 jobs. Number 1, make them feel welcome. Number 2, let them know they are now part of our community because they're on our email list. Number 3, we express excitement to help them. So whatever your version of is, "I'm really glad you're here and I'm pumped to help out, and here's how I do that." So it's a simple transition to let them know how you're going to serve them. The next piece is we tell them how we're going to help them. Now, this is where I use bullet points. And so the first thing I do is I tell them how often I'm going to be in touch with them. So for me, I send a daily email. I let them know that it's going to be the most impactful part of their day. They get a daily email, a daily dose of digital marketing motivation. And of course, you can unsubscribe at any moment, but who wouldn't want that inspiration in their inbox every morning? Right. So I tell them how often you're going to be in touch. If it's twice a week, if it's Monday through Friday, if it's once a week, if it's once a month, probably pump those numbers up a little bit, but let them know how often you're going to be in touch. The next bullet point is we tell them one more way they can connect with us. So for me, I might say, jump onto my YouTube channel where I release a weekly video to help you get more leads and make more sales. And we don't just say, join my YouTube or follow me on Instagram or check out my TikTok. Those are lame calls to action. We want to give them a really specific piece of content to go after. And so we could say, this is my most popular video or my most controversial reel or the TikTok that got the most views or whatever that is. Let them know a specific piece of content and why they should click on that link to go check it out. It's much more powerful to do that than it is to say, follow me on YouTube, which feels kind of 2008. The third bullet point that I include is what I call the easy button. Another way to frame this would be, here's a fast lane option for you. So what we're communicating here is, if you have more money than time, then do this to skip to the front of the line. So it might be book a call. It might be, in my day, I used to do a lot of VIP days where I would just write your welcome series for you or make your lead magnet for you or set up your ads for you. And I would let people know that that was the easy button. Just click here and I'll handle your digital marketing to-do list. So if you have a core course or a membership or a VIP day or a coaching consultation or whatever your core offer is, go ahead and put it in email number 1. Some people, you'll be surprised, will click on that link or they'll reply to your email and they'll book that service. It's happened to me more than once where people would book a VIP day with me just off email number 1. But the second thing it does is it subconsciously introduces the fact that we help people just like them in this way. So they may not decide to join your membership in the first email, but they know you now have a membership and they may decide to join it later if you're doing a special or if it's on some kind of discount or if there's a special incentive or a new bonus. They're like, "Oh yeah, I know she has a membership. She's been talking about it for a while." So we don't need to hide the cash register and let them know how to become a customer. We're going to put that in email number 1. So at this point, we've welcomed them, said, "You're not alone. I'm excited to help. Here's how I do so. Here's the frequency with which I will be in touch. Here's a great piece of content you can go check out. And here's the easy button if you would just like to skip to the front of the line and make all your problems go away, then click here." And the next thing we do is we open a loop to email number 2. And how I like to frame this is by acknowledging that we're not the first time they've ever tried to get this problem solved. And there's a lot of wrong ways that we know about that they might be trying to get this problem solved. So for me, the hook that I chose is, you might try to grow your business by getting famous on social media, and that's foolhardy and won't work, and I'll tell you why tomorrow. So we talk about and address the elephant in the room of what they're thinking about doing that would be outdated, insufficient, or inefficient or slow, right? It would just take them forever. So let's say you're a fitness coach and you would say a lot of people, when it comes to getting the body of their dreams, they think they have to cut calories and spend hours sweating it out in a sauna. And that won't work. And I'll tell you why tomorrow, right? So we acknowledge what they were thinking of doing, and we introduce our methodology as a new opportunity that we will tell them about the next day. This opens the loop that'll get them to come back and open the email tomorrow. That's why I say your welcome series will have your highest open rates of any emails you ever send, because people are new and they're excited and they want to know how you can help them get their problem solved, which they just admitted they had because they downloaded a lead magnet recently, right? So that's email number one. Those are all the jobs that it does. Let's take a look at email number two. So we open the loop in email number one, that the way they are thinking about getting their problem solved is outdated and slow. And so let's talk about that a bit today. What I like to do in this email is I like to talk about myself when I was just like them, when I had the problems that they have right now. Now, let's assume that, you're good at what you do and you no longer have the problems you help people with because you've gotten over them. But this is a nice place that builds that connection and likeness and sameness where they go, oh, this person's not perfect. They were just like me at some point as well. So what I like to do in email number two, it's got a couple of pieces, but number one, what is your before picture? So before you were as awesome as you are now, what did your life look like as it relates to the problem that they have and the problems you help them with, right? So just talk about what was an average day like for you? What was your breaking point when you realized you had to make it all work? Now, here's how I do it. When I talk about email marketing and storytelling and building a lean, laid back online business powered by email storytelling. So I've got a story of a time that Facebook shut down my ad account and I couldn't post and I couldn't run ads and I was completely locked out and it was scary and stressful. So I talk about that here. And it's like, luckily I had a good email list and I could still make sales that month. But if I didn't, I would have really been screwed. And so that's a pretty drastic example that maybe has never happened to them. They may never have had the algorithms slap them down, but they might have. And we want them to know that that's happened to me too. So you might think that I'm this perfect person in the future that's got all my problems sorted out, but I used to be just like you. That's what we're communicating here. Talk about a bad thing that happened. And then the next piece here, I like to talk about the problem that the problem created. This is a really simple copywriting tactic you can use. So I had a problem. I was kicked out of Facebook. But that problem created other problems for me because at the time, my main source of revenue was running Facebook ads for clients. So I had an even bigger problem, right? It's just a really simple copywriting tactic you can use to let them really deeply understand that you get them and their problems, and it raises the stakes a little bit. Don't ever lie or be dishonest, but just think about the problem that the problem created. I'd also recommend you stop after 2 levels of this because you end up in some sort of dark hell if you keep thinking about the problem of the problem of the problem of the problem and you just keep going. It ends up in a really dark place. So pull yourself out of that downward spiral and just talk about one problem that was created by the initial problem that you had, which is the same problem that they probably had when they joined your list. Then talk about how you fixed it and then open the loop to the idea that there's a better way to go about getting this problem solved that you had to live through that you can help them shortcut. And I'll tell you more tomorrow. That's email number 2. Email number 3. Now that we've made ourselves look bad and vulnerable in email number 2, which builds likeness and sameness, we're going to talk about one of our client success stories, somebody that we can put on a pedestal and highlight that our framework and our process and our system is really effective. So I like to tell a client story on day 3, email number 3. Talk about their before picture. What was their life like? What did they want? Why did they want that? Why did they not have it? And then what did they do with you? What type of work did they do together with you? Did they join your membership? Did they hire you for some consulting? Did they buy your course? Did they book a VIP day? What did they do with you? And how did that pull them out of what they were doing and put their feet on solid ground? Now the inverse of the problem that the problem creates is the benefit of the benefit. Now that their life looks a little bit better, that's a benefit. They got that problem solved. But now what does that make possible for them? And you can go a couple of layers deep on this one. It's kind of fun. It's now not a downward spiral. It's an upward spiral. They got this problem sorted out, which meant they got this next thing happen. And then their life was better. And then everything got easier. And that's what's possible with me, my methodology, my systems, my frameworks, my coaching, my teaching, my courses, my membership. We're introducing the fact that somebody just like them has gotten their problem solved and life has been a lot better. The last part of email number 3 is tell them what's next. You can reiterate email number 1, tell them how to become a client, remind them of the easy button. You can tell them how to book a call with you or join your free group or whatever the next step is you'd like them to take. But don't hide the cash register. Don't be shy about how to become a customer because some people, some percent of your new subscribers are ready to get help right now. They're in quite a bit of pain and they wish they weren't and they want it to go away and they'd love to work with you. So don't hide the cash register. Let them know how to become a customer. You might also say what happens next. Let's say you send a weekly newsletter. You can say you'll hear from me on Sunday morning at 9 a.m. when my weekly newsletter goes out. Or I could say you'll hear from me tomorrow with my daily story-based emails. Those people just merge onto my daily email highway, and then they're going to get the next day from me, they're going to get a daily email. And that's going to be it. That's how I do it. So those are the 3 emails. They work really nicely. Quick summary of what you just learned. Email number 1 welcomes them to your world, reminds them that they're not alone, shows them that you're excited to help them and there's some enthusiasm there, demonstrates how you can help them by telling them how often you'll be in touch and why that's important, pointing them to your favorite piece of content, giving them the easy button, opening the loop that the way they were thinking of getting their problem solved is the wrong way and you have a better way and you'll tell them tomorrow. Email number 2 goes out the next day and you tell your story, your before and after story. What was your life like when you were just like them in their current state? What did you want? Why did you want that? What problems did the problems create? And how'd you pull out of that? And then the next day you close the final loop and you tell them a client success story, who applied your system or your frameworks, and they have a better life now. That's the simple process. Now, if you want to get a welcome series template and a welcome series custom GPT I put together that'll write your welcome series in minutes, then click the link in the description to check out Email School. And if you're wondering, how do I get more people onto my email list in the first place so I can send them my welcome series, then watch the next video where I break down my completely automated list building system, and I'll see you there.